Alright, Monster Jam fans, welcome back to Science number 5, Flashback Showdown. You saw the field of trucks, you saw the track, not much left to say, so let's just get started. Kicking things off with Bigfoot taking on Gravedigger, 1990s edition. And it will be followed by Destroyer taking on Backwards Bob. At first, Gravedigger and Bigfoot down they go, and Bigfoot gets the win, taking out Gravedigger. That new chassis seems to be working great for Bigfoot. And forgot to mention, I'll be doing long jump the same way I did last time out, where long jump will be the losers of round 1. Yeah, and let me know what you guys think of that down in the comment section. Your opinion matters, okay? Alright, next up in racing, like I said, Backwards Bob taking on Destroyer. Tell you what, it was an exciting weekend seeing Roger Seidel back in a truck. Not Destroyer, but Captain USA, the truck he started in. Oh, that is a big B. Anyways, battle the Fords, down they go. And it's going to be Backwards Bob, leaving Destroyer in the dust. Alright, next up in racing, we got Law and Disorder. It's NEA Police taking on Maximum Destruction. I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post, the custom NEA Travis Groth edition. That's why it's a silver roll cage. Right, and it's here to take on Max D, since this truck is kind of a flashback truck now. I mean, it debuted 10 years ago. Anyways, Max D, NEA, down they go. And NEA Police takes the win, leaving Max D behind. And the rivalry continues. Cody Armstrong versus Monster Jam Collector Racing. Only it's Cody Armstrong behind the wheel of Escalade, and Monster Jam Collector Racing and Snakebite. But down they go, and it's going to be Snakebite taking out the Escalade. Alright, next up in racing, another rivalry. We got Monster Jam Cody. Hobby Buddy 99 versus Nuclear 0085. You got Power Forward taking on Blacksmith. Hobby in Power Forward and Nuclear in Blacksmith. The Ford versus the Willies, down they go. And it will be Power Forward, living up to his name as he powers forward to victory. Alright, next up in racing, I was hyping this one up. It's Blue Thunder taking on Avenger. And Blue Thunder, it's the Super Duty body with a painted grill. Yeah, this was a Travel Treads Blue Thunder. It was just sitting collecting dust and rust. So I have given it new life. And what better time to debut it than in a Flashback Showdown, considering this is considered retro now. So here we go, Blue Thunder taking on Avenger. Ford versus Chevy, once again, down they go. And it's going to be the Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder. Alright, next up in racing, Dodge versus Ford. Rampage taking on Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is a past champion. Rampage has yet to become a champion. Down they go. And who got the win? And that's going to be Rampage. Alright, next up in racing, it's a 2007 matchup. It's Pastrana 199 taking on Gravedigger 25th anniversary. So it's been a while since the last time I ran it. Here it is again, taking on Pastrana 199. Down they go. And Gravedigger gets to win. Pastrana 199 did not stand a chance. Alright, next up in racing, it's the Battle of the Bowtie, as they said on Monster Truck Attitude. 80s and the 90s. Samson taking on Carolina Crusher. Down they go, and it will be Carolina Crusher going into round 2. Alright, next up in racing, 1989 versus 2015. Equalizer taking on Bounty Hunter. World Finals Edition, down they go, and it's going to be Bounty Hunter taking out the Equalizer. What a finish, going all the way to the wall. That's a first in this video. The Bounty Hunter will advance to round 2. And Equalizer is going into long jump. Alright, next up in racing, it's Dodge versus Chevy. It's Barefoot taking on King Crunch. It's been a couple years since I've run this one. Ever since they came out with the Spin Master one. But bring back the retro one for the Flashback Showdown. Down they go. And it is going to be Barefoot, advancing to round 2. Alright, next race is the 1980s taking on the early 2000s. Virginia Giant taking on Nitro Machine. Virginia Giant's got some new tires. I have yet to test it with these tires, so yeah, this is anybody's game. Virginia Giant, a Sonic Series veteran. And the veteran gets taken out by Nitro Machine. And when I say the veteran, I don't mean the monster truck, the veteran. And next up in racing, we got Team Men's taking on Boogie Van. 1990s taking on the early 2000s once again. Down they go, and it is going to be Team Men's going to round 2. Alright, next up in racing, got the original Bull taking on the People's Truck. Bulldozer versus Grinder. Rear engine bulldozer. See how well it can do. And problems for bulldozer. Grinder goes into the triple. Well, it's a double right now, but still. Grinder with a hard landing, but still gets the win over bulldozer. Alright, we are just about done with round 1. We got Gravedigger Grandma taking on Monster Patrol. Down we go. And it's going to be the Gravedigger. So 2 Gravediggers have made it into round 2, with only 1 that will compete in long jump. Alright, next up in racing is Monster Vet taking on Monster Mutt. Didn't even think about the names when I paired these 2 up. Anyways, it's the Corvette taking on the Mercury. Monster Vet is a former world champion, and so is Monster Mutt, I think, in 2015. I don't know, that truck was winning everything back then. And down they go, and it is going to be Monster... oh, yep. Wasn't sure for a second, but yep, it is going to be Monster Mutt advancing to round 2. And the last race of round 1, Wild Thing taking on Captain's Curse. And it's going to be the Captain. Captain's Curse going to round 2, and Wild Thing is going to long jump. And before we go any further, somebody's going to get out of long jump here. We got a fast loser race. We got Monster Patrol, Escalade, and Maximum Destruction. 3 trucks, but only 1 winner here. Down they go. And it's going to be Monster Patrol. Alright, Monster Jam fans, here are your long jump competitors. Kicking things off with Destroyer, followed by Equalizer, and so on and so forth. So, rules of long jump are still the same. So let's get started. Kicking off with Destroyer, like I just said. Down we go, and out of bounds. But we're going to try that again because we need a leader. One more time for Destroyer. Well, they get 2 more hits. I don't even know why I say one more time, but anyways. Alright, landed right there. Truck to beat Destroyer. Alright, this truck's an equal opportunity Destroyer. It's Equalizer. And comes up a little short. Destroyer remains your leader. And this truck is born to be wild. It's Wild Thing. And, oh crap. Landed where all the trucks were landing in racing, so I can't tell where the truck landed. So we are going to redo that. I did not think about that. Sorry, guys. I guess I needed to flatten that out for the next round anyways. So we're going to try that again. Here goes Wild Thing. Alright, that's much better. And Destroyer is still your leader. Alright, this truck is a past champion. Well, so are the other 2 trucks. It's King Crunch. And off the track. We're going to try again. And new leader, King Crunch. Alright, next up, another past champion truck. I believe the truck is a long jump champion, or freestyle, I can't remember. It's Boogie Van. And another new leader, Boogie Van. Well, now I know where I'm going to put at the cars. It's going to be those 3 yellow ones. And here comes the former world champion, Monster Vet. who won the World Finals in long jump. And it is a tie between Boogie Van and Monster Vet. Let's break it, shall we? Alright, Boogie Van up first. Alright, into the racing lane. Right there. Now here comes Monster Vet. And your leader's still Boogie Van. Alright, going even more retro here. It's Virginia Giant with some new flotation tires. Had some trouble in racing, but does much better in long jump, but still comes up short. So the Science Series veteran Virginia Giant will not be getting the win here. Maybe in triple threat racing. Alright, next up, it's Blacksmith, Pablo Huffaker's truck. I miss that dude. Oh, we have another tie between Blacksmith and Boogie Van. Alright, Boogie Van up first for the tiebreaker. And into the racing lane, looks like right there. No, I'm not just throwing them off to the side, I'm throwing them in a bag. Now here goes Blacksmith, looking to break the tie. And is your new leader, Blacksmith. And next up in long jump, it's Samson, the retro edition. Man, I remember when in Monster Jam did this one. Remember the then and now 2-packs? Man, I wish I could rewind it back then. And off to the side, Samson will not get the lead. Landing next to the rock pile. Okay, I'm very close to dropping them. Alright, here comes another past champion truck. It's Hot Wheels. The world's coolest car company. Yep. And into the wall, that had to hurt. And I'm going to give him another chance since I've done with all the other trucks. Oh, come on. Alright, one last try for Hot Wheels. And stays on the track, but doesn't go far enough. So Blacksmith remains your leader. But next up, here comes Pastrana 199. And lands in front of the crush car, comes up short. Came pretty close though. But Blacksmith remains your leader. Alright, you got 5 trucks left here. And next up, in long jump, it's a split paint job Avenger. It was awesome seeing it come back twice. I didn't get to see it in person. Maybe I will eventually. Anyways, Avenger, and goes off the track, well, goes off the ramp and hits the racing lane instead. Which means Avenger will not get the lead. Blacksmith remains your leader. Alright, this truck was having trouble in racing also. It's Bulldozer, looking to redeem himself. And falls off the track. We're going to try that again. He has 2 more chances. Seems to be having some kind of steering issue. Alright, that was much better and lands on Blacksmith's mark. So we got another tiebreaker. Alright, Blacksmith's up first to break the tie. And lands on the car. I'm going to say right there. Yeah, right there. Landed hood first. What do they call that? Long dart? Is it long dart or lawn dart? I don't know. Anyways, here comes Bulldozer. And it's getting cloudy out. That had to hurt. Let's try it again. And comes up short. Blacksmith remains your leader. Alright, next up, here comes the Escalade. I had the silver at the bottom. If I remember right, hey, Real Escalade had that. And here goes. And comes up short. Blacksmith remains your leader. And 2 trucks left. Here comes Maximum Destruction. And nice slap wheelie by Max D. You don't see that every day. But it comes up short. Blacksmith is still your leader. And then there was one. The only one that can defeat Blacksmith. Another truck driven by Pablo Huffaker. It's Gravedigger. And lands right there. And Blacksmith's mark is right there, so that means your long jump winner is Blacksmith. And the dude behind the wheel, Blacksmith, Nuclear 0085. Congratulations, go ahead and celebrate. Alright. Alright, that concludes long jump. Back to racing. You know what, just sit right there. Alright, back to racing. This is round 2. And first up for round 2 is Bigfoot taking on Backwards Bob. Battle of the Big Blue Fords. And it is going to be Blacksmith. Backwards Bob. My brain still thinks I'm doing long jump. But Backwards Bob advancing to round 3. Bigfoot just couldn't hold on. Well, better luck in triple threat racing. Or if I bring him back as a fast loser. I don't know yet. Alright, next up in racing, Snakebite taking on NEA Police. Down they go, and it is going to be, drumroll please, Snakebite. Alright, next up in racing, got Power Forward taking on the Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder. Let's see how well it all runs in round 2. Down they go. And it's going to be Power Forward. Power Forward had the whole shot. But Blue Thunder came out of nowhere, knocking them down. Alright, moving on to the next race. We got Rampage taking on Gravedigger. 25th anniversary, that is. Down they go, and it is going to be Gravedigger. Alright, next up in racing is Carolina Crusher taking on Bounty Hunter. Triple B taking on 2 Extremes. Down they go. And, oh, it's close. But it's going to be Carolina Crusher. Alright, next up in racing. Nitro Machine taking on Barefoot. The tires may be smaller on Nitro Machine, but you see how this truck performs. And it's going to be close. But this time the win is going to go to Barefoot. Alright, next up in racing, we got Team Men's taking on Grinder. The 2000s versus the 2010s. Down they go, and it is going to be Team Men's. Well, I was immense. Hit. Alright, 2 races left for round 2. Gravedigger taking on Monster Mutt. It's a Charlie Plonkin matchup. Down they go, and it is going to be Gravedigger. As Monster Mutt T-bones him, trying to get the win, but Gravedigger was inevitable. And the last race of round 2, Monster Patrol taking on Captain's Curse. Down they go, and Monster Patrol tries to go into Captain Curse's lane, but Captain's Curse still gets the win. And before we move on to round 3, time for another fast loser race. So we got Bigfoot, King Crunch, and NEA Police. And it's going to be Bigfoot. Alright, moving on to round 3. And first up for round 3, we got Backwards Bob taking on Snakebite. Down they go, and it is going to be Backwards Bob. The truck that was added in at last minute. And he's kicking butt. And I'd like to point out that was Monster Jam Collector Racing and Snakebite, who has been struggling to stay in, to make it into the next round. He's lost in round 1 more than once. But I gotta say, congratulations for making it further than round 1. No, I'm not giving you crap. I'm being legit here. Anyways, next up in racing, we got Gravedigger taking on Blue Thunder. Down they go, and it's gonna be the Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder. Alright, next up, ooh, got a cool breeze coming in. Good, I'm starting to get a little hot. Alright, next up in racing is a Triple B matchup. Or Schaefer Motorsports matchup. We have Barefoot taking on Carolina Crusher. And it's going to be Carolina Crusher, who matches the Crush cars down there. I'm just now realizing. Alright, next up in racing, Gravedigger taking on Team Ment. One of Gravedigger's many rivals before Max D. This cord all wrapped up. There we go. Down they go, and it's going to be Gravedigger. Gravedigger advancing to round 4. And last race of round 3, Bigfoot taking on Captain's Curse. And it's going to be Captain's Curse taking out the king of the monster trucks. And before we move on to round 4, another fast loser race. Pastrana 199, Avenger, and Snakebite. Down they go. And it is going to be Avenger. Alright, we are moving on to round number 4. Blue Thunder, this time in the other lane. The near lane, after being in the far lane the whole time. You know how he does in the other lane as he takes on Backwards Bob. And it is going to be Backwards Bob. Wow. Dang, that truck is fast. Alright, next up in racing, it's a Gary Porter matchup. Carolina Crusher taking on Gravedigger. There they go, and it is going to be Carolina Crusher. And the last race of round 4, Captain's Curse versus Avenger. And it's going to be Avenger, who has been just as fast as Backwards Bob. So this is going to be an interesting semifinals. And before we move on to the semifinals, we got one more fast loser race. Grab 3 random trucks. Blue Thunder, not King Crunch, what am I thinking? Grinder and Bounty Hunter. Only one winner here, and it's going to be the Bounty Hunter. Another fast truck. Alright, now we are on to the semifinals. This is going to be interesting. Battle of the split paint jobs right here. But before that, you got Carolina Crusher and Backwards Bob. And it's going to be Backwards Bob going to the finals. Alright, now, who will face Backwards Bob in the finals? Will it be Avenger? Will it be Bounty Hunter? Who's got the best split paint job? And it's going to be Avenger. Alright, this is the final race. Ford versus Chevy. Hang on, let me grab the list. It's all come down to this. The final race. Who will be our racing champion? Now let's meet our competitors. In the far lanes, Freddie Frostbite, Mr. Extreme, and Avenger. And in the near lanes, Rue, That's Who, and Backwards Bob. It's Chevy versus Ford. The truck wasn't even meant to be in this, but it got added in at last minute. Avenger, Backwards Bob, let's go racing. And it's going to be Freddie Frostbite in Avenger. That's right, your winner, Freddie Frostbite in Avenger. This is the second time this Avenger has won, this particular one. I'm going to go ahead and celebrate going on the triple. And in Blacksmith as well. Our 2 champions so far, holy crap. Wow. That was awesome. Well, that concludes racing and long jump. Hope you enjoyed. Congratulations to our champions so far. Nuclear 0085 and Freddie Frostbite, Mr. Extreme. Congratulations to you both, and good luck to you in Triple Threat Racing, which is next. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it.